Apart from the issue of conviction, the third C, remember we have said something about courage, conviction, and now the third C is consistency. Consistency. This is where I really have to lay much emphasis, because lack of our knowledge of the original language of the Bible, because we read more of translations, and in Spanish, Hispanics will say traductore. A translator is a traitor. You get 5 different Bible translations, read the same passage, they don't even agree. And again, often we interpret the Bible with our knowledge of English grammar instead of Greek grammar, in which most of the New Testament texts we are reading. Yes, Gospel of Matthew chapter 7 verse 7 says, ask and you shall receive. What we experience now, many believe, that's why when we start praying, oh Father, you said, ask and you shall receive, I hereby ask. And then after you do that, the same thing continues. And you're like, God does not answer prayers. It is not true. The problem is with you, not with God. Reason. Whereas in English grammar, we calculate events by time. That's why we talk of past tense, present tense, future tense, and all those stuff. In Greek, they calculate actions or events by what they call aspects. Meaning, a particular event is viewed holistically. If they want to talk about something that is continuous, what you may call in English grammar present continuous, they will put it in the present tense. If they want to talk about something that should happen just once but will never be repeated, they use what they call the aorist tense, which you don't get in English grammar. If they want to talk about something that happened in the past, completed in the past, but the effect continues in the present, they will use what they call the perfect tense. For instance, this idea of Matthew chapter 7 verse 7, ask and you shall receive. This is present imperative. Now, from the point of view of Greek grammar, that means ask and continue to ask and continue to ask. That is, your name must be Anayo. You continue to ask until you receive. This is why in the Gospel of Luke chapter 18 from verse 1, the Lord told us a parable on the need for us to always pray and never give up. And so, prayer is something that should be part of your life. Anthony DeMello, the author of Song of the Birds, he wrote a book which he calls Jesus Type of Prayer. When you are ever conscious of the reality of God, when you are ever conscious of the fact of God in your life, you turn even your breathing into a form of prayer. So that prayer is not just something that you do now and then stop again. Meaning if you are asking for something, you have to continue. Like the case of Bartimaeus, Gospel of Mark chapter 10 from verse 46 to verse 52. Bartimaeus was just by the roadside asking for alms, asking for help. When he heard the noise, what's happening? They said, Jesus of Nazareth is passing. He started, Jesus, son of David, have pity on me. Even though Peter and some other apostles were telling him, hello young man, keep quiet, you are disturbing the master, he's preaching, you are making noise, you are disturbing, keep quiet. He continued screaming and shouting until Jesus turned around, what do you want from me? Lord, that I may see. He was specific, he was convinced, he was courageous, and then he was consistent until Jesus listened to him. Jesus said, according to your faith, let it be done for you. The man received his sight. So consistency is a very important aspect of prayer. It's a step towards answered prayer.